That's the problem.
Why freaking
Is everything?
There we go, fellas. Welcome back to the Fellas Show. Today is Tuesday,
Hello.
October 19th, 2021.
Hello.
Today is a big day.
Hello.
Today is a hello kind of day.
Hello. Fellas. What a night last night.
What a game.
What a
Gee
game.
whiz.
Stephanie, I know you're out there probably still celebrating. Probably still hammered over there. Congratulations on the win. Big win for the Titans. Huge win for the Titans.
Huge win.
What they desperately needed. And a good game. Crazy ending. Probably the right move. Unless you wanted to see OT, then it definitely was not the right move. But probably the right move to go for it on 4th and inches. Probably not the right move to call the exact same play call that you got stuffed on about 2 quarters earlier, trying to score a touchdown. Probably not. Maybe just give it to your running back or, QB sneak on the other side, not the exact same side that you got stuffed on 2 quarters earlier. But that's why I'm not an NFL coach. So,
I guess it's Josh Allen, and you're like,
hey,
boy, get ball.
I mean, I'm all for giving it to Josh Allen. I think that's probably the right move rather than taking 3-step drop back and handing it off to your running back. However, going in the exact same. Exact same play that you just got stuffed on. Come on. You would think you just at least go to the other side. Hey, that guy is really good at stopping QB sneaks. Maybe we shouldn't run into that guy's side. But hey, great game. Boy, I had Titans plus 11.5 over 47.5 points put in VIP. And then at the last second, I was like, Bills minus 2.5. Blah, blah, blah. Fucking idiot. Got crunched yesterday. Ouch. One of those days it's like, should I keep sports betting anymore? Should I just be done? But hey, here we are today. Still sports betting, so.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the NBA. About
NBA.
15 yards from Zach Moss away from a plus 900 same gamer.
Yep. I was about 15 rushing or receiving yards away from Zach Moss from about $1,500, so across 4 different parlays. But it's fine. It only hurts a little bit, a lot. But it's fine.
Yeah, that'll be there for
Yep.
That'll be in there for a minute. We're all right.
We're all right. We move on, fellas. Yes, it is the first day of the NBA today. Opening day. We have Warriors and Lakers and Nets Bucks. Yes. Good
so
games.
Excited.
Good games start off the season, and then we fully kick off NBA tomorrow. We have all the sports today, of course, besides WNBA, as Chicago Sky are still champions. Still.
WNBA champion.
I read some things about the free agency this season, and I don't think Chicago Sky will be repeating.
They're all gonna get plucked.
Well, they got the married couple that are both unrestricted free agents, and
yeah,
they got a whole bunch of stuff.
What happens?
Hopefully they go together. I don't know, man.
Get
Maybe they go separate. I don't know.
Get divorced.
I was kind of meaning separate teams, but hey, maybe. I guess that works too. Maybe they're only together because they play together, and then once they leave, they're like, all right, well, that was fun. Time to go find a new wife.
It'd be hard playing a sport against your spouse.
I read a lot of things about that whole topic in the WNBA. It was very interesting. Learned a lot.
Did you come across any wives that played on different team ones?
No, I just came across straight women in the WNBA that are bullied for being straight, apparently, which is wow. Didn't know that was a thing, but apparently it is. 2-piece chicken combo. All right. Good to see you too, Cam. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Well, let's get into the news today because we do have some things, actually.
Yeah, we
There's some controversies, some things. What should we start out with? Let's start out with Evander because this dude just can't get it right.
Yeah.
He cannot figure it out. Evander Kane, after the domestic violence thing that is still kind of ongoing, and then the betting on himself, which apparently got dissolved. He didn't actually do it, even though I'm pretty sure he did. But that's just me. Someone who's a sports addict who went bankrupt and was in some bad places with bad people and then bet on himself, and his wife accused him of betting on himself, and then somehow it came out that he didn't actually do any of that. Okay. Maybe just a disgruntled ex-wife.
I feel like they would be able to track that.
They should, unless he does it through like third parties and stuff. Then it's pretty tough.
But then it's like, well,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
But allegedly hit that wife, and now, as you might remember, we talked about it about a month ago. Evander Kane was being investigated for using a fake COVID vaccine card, which is about the dumbest thing you can do at the professional level, because it's the professional level, and there's.
Who do you think's the one group gonna check it?
Yeah, there's probably you could probably get away with that in a lot of places, except for someone who's actually looking at all the COVID cards and being like, "Is this fake? Let's do our tests." So, as you remember, we talked about it just getting investigated. It was proven that he used a fake COVID card, and now Evander Kane is suspended for the first 21 games of the NHL season because he is a dumb shit.
Yeah. Kind of bonehead move overall.
Just a little. He has just not been very smart in the past couple months here.
Yeah, I think, oh man, it's like, because just on its own, you're like, well, that's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
But I think someone with all these things already pending on
and
he's
problems. Been very open about he wants to get traded and everything. And there's like, okay, so there's Kawhi, who will tell his coach, no, I'm not going in and fake an injury to get traded. And then there's James Harden, who will put on a fat suit and to not get traded. And then there's Ben Simmons, who just doesn't care at practice to get traded. And then there's a guy who beats his wife, gambles on himself, and has a fake COVID card to try and get traded.
Well, I don't know if that was the goal of all those things. If it was, boy, is that a long plan. I don't know if I agree with the execution. But that's,
poor execution.
If you have all those things on top of you,
why keep
there must be something that's just like
he's got a screw loose in the head.
Hey man, you're bankrupt.
You need to think.
You really need these game checks.
Yeah, you need to start thinking a little bit. Use your brain just once. In any of these situations, just once. Wouldn't be surprised if it came out that he has a bit of a drug problem. It's known in the NHL for the snow to be used quite frequently around the NHL, and I have a feeling with that behavioral problems, those just one after another stacked upon each other. I wonder if he has a little bit of a sniffles problem, just maybe. Speaking of sniffles problem in the NHL,
really?
Yeah. There's actually a former NHL player, Jimmy Hayes, died this past August. Actually, very sad. Just hours after celebrating his 2-year-old son's birthday.
Damn.
The toxicity. What is it? What is the report for drugs? Toxicology. Toxicity is a song by System of a Down. Is that System of a Down?
Yeah,
it's System. That was a good song. But anyways, toxicology report came out that he had cocaine and fentanyl in his system at the time he died. Wife was extremely shocked. He had battled with pills and everything while his stint in the NHL. Wife was very shocked, thought he didn't have any setbacks after going to rehab. Dad, who was also an addict, said, yeah, I kind of knew something was going on. But it's sad because this is a problem in the NHL, pills and cocaine, and actually not really cocaine, but
everywhere in the world, dude.
Yeah,
pills.
But pills have been a problem in the NHL for a while now, and it's good that they have the option to smoke weed, unlike other sports in the past.
True.
And that's why we've seen less of a problem in the NHL with pills than other sports, but it's still a problem. Still needs to be addressed. I can't believe that we're still giving people opioids and shit like that for.
It's really a damn shame. You get to know way too many people.
Yeah, it's
in real life and through the media and through sports and all that
yeah
are doing nothing but
And you hear the
getting
stories
injured and getting prescribed something.
And you hear the stories of guys that have gotten out of it and, gotten to rehab and things like that, former NHL, former everything players. And it's pretty sad. And it's most prolific in NHL and NFL, I think, because, those are two sports
the heaviest contact.
The heaviest contact. And especially NHL, man. Like, NFL, absolutely, like, you are taking the hardest hits and you're literally wearing a battering ram on your head to try and hurt people. Like, it's ridiculous. But NHL is tons of contact and very high paced, and you are flying around, and let's remember you're standing on blades and trying to do things, and you're also playing a game every day, every other day, which is insane. I think that should probably be addressed in the NHL sooner or later because
the schedule.
Yeah, it is brutal. The Kraken are playing their 5th game in 8 days today.
That's real wild.
In New Jersey. They haven't been home in 2 weeks. It's ridiculous. Which I get it. You gotta fit the games in, and you only get so long to do so. But it's something that has to be addressed, and also the pills problem has to be addressed as well, because you can't just keep giving injured players opioids because we see what happens. And more times than not, it ends up being a problem. So sad, but there is a problem and it needs to be addressed. But we move on from that. Let's talk about other things that aren't so depressing, like Ben Simmons.
Wrong.
If you missed the videos yesterday, wow. That man does not want to play basketball there. I don't know if the man wants to play basketball at all, judging by those videos. But boy, does he not want to be in Philadelphia right now. If you missed the videos, he's walking through drills, you could say. Half-assing drills, you could say.
Yeah,
his phone is in his pocket during
he
drills.
Had his dang phone in his
he had his phone in his pocket. Doesn't go to the team huddle, just walks to the locker room. Like, just everything and anything he could do to prove that he didn't want to be there, he did. So this saga continues. He continues to play for this team. Sixers have their first game tomorrow, Thursday?
Tomorrow. Against the Pelicans.
In New Orleans, right?
In New Orleans.
So he gets at least a game to.
He's not playing.
He's not playing? Okay.
No, absolutely.
He's still not cleared?
He can't. Did you see the videos? You think you're putting him in an NBA game?
Hey, Kawhi was still able to play and faked an injury, so.
You keep saying that, but that has nothing to do with what I just said. I know you're very caught up on the Kawhi thing, but he's just not in shape to play an NBA game, regardless of everything else.
Kawhi said he broke his ankle.
No, I know, but if NBA wanted to, or if Ben Simmons wanted to play in an NBA game, we wouldn't let him.
Okay.
He's not in shape to play.
Okay.
At all. So he managed to do it successfully on his own ignorance and refusing to practice.
It's got to be something with Doc Rivers too, not wanting him to play. It has to be.
No.
Dude, you can't tell me that Ben Simmons is in worse shape than James Harden was.
James Harden, well, I won't get all into this, but first of all, whatever happened, because I get it, we're talking about what he looked like last few weeks in Houston. Whatever he did to be what he was when he got to Brooklyn.
Oh, I understand.
He was good. He started games in Brooklyn because when he was in if he was a big old fatso in Brooklyn, they probably wouldn't put him in immediately.
I understand.
But whatever happened, he shed that
But
way.
Houston was going to put him in. He was cleared to play.
Oh, but they were.
He was cleared to play. They were going to play him.
Yeah.
And Ben Simmons looks way more in shape than James Harden did at that point.
I get it, but James Harden will drop 28 a game looking
That's fair.
fat.
That's fair. I'm just saying, to not be physically cleared seems a little ridiculous when that guy was physically cleared.
Well, he's physically. I mean, it's. I don't think you passed the physical. It's just a call by the team because he hasn't been at a practice until Friday.
That's what I mean. It's got to be Doc Rivers being like, I ain't.
Oh, it's absolutely. It's Doc Rivers'
I'm not
call.
playing your dumbass.
It's Doc Rivers' call, but I don't think it's. Doc Rivers wants him to play.
Does he?
Yes, he absolutely wants him to play. It's literally he's been on the team for 4 days.
Yeah, I've been. Yeah.
I don't think they're. But, and I think the biggest difference I was thinking about between this and all the other ones those are all people who are mad at the organization for one reason or another.
Mm-hmm.
This now, what he's doing in practice and this shit, like, I get you don't want to play in front of the fans. I get it. Okay, we get it. We're too mean to you. We're too mean to you. Whatever.
Yeah.
You
got your feelings hurt. You're
that's your team and your coach and people who've been backing you up, even though you're doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like that's just like it looks like a tantrum, dude.
He's literally pouting.
He's
literally pouting.
That's what I think makes it a lot worse. And I don't know, an organization that's been trying to build around you and make things work with you. All these teammates who definitely like the guy, who were so excited that he was even back in the facility.
Yeah, he's not smart. He's not a smart dude. He's a dummy.
Ah, man, he just
certified
does not
dummy.
care. And does not help the narrative that he did not care, did not try,
Yeah,
did not train enough in the offseason.
If there was one thing that he's not helping his case for, it's that. Because
it was always the joke that, like, he would just go shoot, like, 10 threes in some court somewhere and then use those over the summer. Just play him out to make it look like he was practicing. And now I might believe that.
Now considering what that looked like at practice yesterday. Jesus. Yeah, it's bad. But we move on from that because we talked about that one too much. What a goofball.
How do you get stuck with that guy?
Talking about people who aren't allowed to play for their things anymore. John Gruden. I was trying to find a transition somewhere in there.
Not allowed to do the sport thing.
If you don't remember, John Gruden, when he first got signed to his 10-year, $100 million contract, said, quote, "If I can't get it done, I'm not going to take their money." That's what he first said when he went to Vegas.
That was pretty cool when he said that.
It was pretty cool. And I was like, damn, all right.
Oh, wow.
Which I kind of believed at the time because I was like, he has all the money in the world.
Yeah.
I absolutely believe.
I mean, obviously.
However,
didn't know it was going to happen. But
there is a way where John Gruden can go after the Las Vegas Raiders to get more money out of this. And it's still this is not a he's going to or anything like that. This is just a in theory what if but Gruden is still entitled to a lot of money from Las Vegas right now. The entire contract was not guaranteed. The fact that over just 3 seasons of work, Gruden would be allowed only $40 million of his supposed $100 million is highly suggestive of 2 things that circled around the league's contract community in 2018. First, that the entirety of Gruden's $100 million deal was not fully guaranteed, making it similar to player contracts, blah, 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 blah. Gruden's deal was likely backloaded, meaning that, no, he didn't make $60 million in his first 3+ seasons and then become a bargain in the remainder of the 10-year deal. Why is Gruden still owed any money if he resigned? The legalese is calling it constructive discharge, which is the act of resigning under the pressure of a firing. Essentially, if Davis told Gruden that he would either be fired or could resign under duress, it would be considered constructive discharge. And if Gruden's legal representation can argue that the Raiders didn't have grounds to force a Gruden resignation over emails that predated his employment, then Gruden can be entitled to whatever guaranteed money was left on his deal. So basically, because this all happened before he was actually employed by the Raiders, and because the emails were leaked in a not official matter, technically, John Gruden is entitled to money. Now, if I'm Gruden, I'm like, absolutely not. I'm not going after that money. That will make me look so terrible, more than I already do. I would, you said what you said, you did what you did, you're kind of a not nice person, you just move on, go, for everyone, just, Gruden's gone, leave him be. Now, if you come back and fight for this, though, you are going to get thrashed, and rightfully so. You screwed up, take your ball and go home.
Yeah.
Take your ball and go home.
I think that's kind of the thing. It's like, you don't feel bad for him. No. But it's like, you can't, it's like also like,
it happened before.
It sucks that this investigation wasn't even about him.
Yeah.
He got screwed. But you can't feel bad for him because of what he was saying. It's just so.
And hey, I don't want to talk about John Gruden any more than I have to. If he's gone, that's fine. It's a distant thing. He's not the only one out there doing that. Doesn't justify it. That doesn't justify it.
Just a warning.
He's not the only one out there. Just take your ball, go home. Don't stir anything up, and we won't talk about you because no one wants to talk about John Gruden. I know there's the people out there that are
people,
kill John Gruden, hang John Gruden. It's like, no, he fucked up. He resigned.
Move on with our lives.
Raiders won. Yeah, we don't need to talk about it. Doesn't need to be we don't need to talk about it anymore. He's gone. The mean man is gone.
What we really have to be, I think what people should be more concerned about and more, and I think people have been pretty vocal about it, but release that NFL. Release all that.
Yeah.
Don't just let one guy take the fall.
Yeah.
Release all that.
And I think
you want to actually change your image?
Yeah.
Actually change it then.
Yeah. No, and that's why I think we're just all kind of patiently going like this, and we're all like, so when's the rest of the report coming?
Yeah,
because I can promise you even if there's only 2 people involved and he's one of them, he's not the only one.
Do you believe the NFL that they didn't leak that?
I don't know, dude. I don't think. Who's conducting the investigation?
I don't know.
I still can't figure out who's conducting this investigation. Is it the NFL? Is it a third party? Is it FBI? Is it who is it?
I don't think that the NFL is allowed to do it.
Because that has some of it. I don't think the NFL. I go back and forth on this. I think if Goodell saw himself get called a clueless anti-football pussy, he might have been like, "Hey, let's get this guy out of here right now." There's part of me that's like, yeah, that could have been the case.
See, I think to me that was I bet you there's every coach has 10 emails about Roger Goodell in similar language.
Yeah.
I feel like
that's the thing. I don't know why they would leak it, but this is also the NFL we're talking about here, and they have done plenty of shady, not smart things in the past. So I don't put it past them. I just don't understand why they would do it. It just made themselves look worse. And also, how much shit is going on right now to where we still, what are we, a week removed from John Gruden now?
Yep.
And we still don't have a report about anyone else?
Well, because there isn't supposed to be.
I understand that, but how much shit is there? Because if there was just a little bit, if Gruden gets leaked, then the rest of the report comes out and it's like, oh yeah, we also found this, this, and this. But a week goes by and you're still closed lips and no one's other name even been mentioned.
Because this isn't because again, it's not. I don't think anything from this was supposed to be one set of emails. It's a
650,000,
and that's just the email component. It's a huge investigation of an entire organization. So for it to take, that's the other problem. This is completely thrown off the whole point of it.
Yeah.
Because it's this is a giant investigation of a giant organization with a ton of money.
Yeah.
This is gonna take a really long time.
Yeah.
But now it's so it's all right. Well, let us see the email part then. You finish the rest of it. Just let me read the email.
Yeah.
Let me dig around in those things.
And why not? Let everyone else decide what happens. Let all 650,000 emails go to the public. Be like, all right, this is what they're saying behind closed doors, by the way. Which I get. There is so many confidential things that you can't do that with and I have a feeling that's what's going to take the longest is what can be said out in public, what can't, because there's probably player issues and I'm sure there's cheating scandals and there is drug scandals and you could probably say just about every scandal is going to be somewhere in one way or another in an email somewhere.
Yeah.
If John Gruden is saying queers shouldn't be drafted,
you'd hope not, right? You'd hope maybe other people are smart enough not to send that.
But they're not.
But you'd
it's
hope.
the NFL we're talking about
but
here.
You'd really hope.
You're talking about some of the most powerful old white men in the world
that really dishing over email, huh? At NFL.
And their preferred way of communication is email, which they think is somehow protected. And there's one thing that got leaked from 4 years ago about Gruden saying queers shouldn't be drafted and all this other stuff. You're telling me that you don't think there's going to be prostitutes and drugs and cheating and player information that shouldn't have gotten released and and. Like, there is going to be so much shit that comes out of this.
Yeah, I don't know if that'll be in the emails or not, though.
Hey, if Gruden's willing to say those things in emails, I can't imagine what other guys are willing to say. Because I promise you, Gruden is not the dumbest. There's someone dumber than him out there.
I don't think he's.
I don't think he's the smartest.
I think he's an angry little guy, and he likes saying that kind of stuff.
I don't think.
Now
he's the
I
smartest.
don't know if someone trying to conduct a prostitute ring is using @NFL.com. John Gruden on a little rage, just straight raging.
Just raging, literally raging.
He's just like, I gotta email Brucey,
but again, he's not the only one.
No, he's certain. I think there's gonna be a lot more stuff closer to that, just based on the fact they're sending it specifically to Bruce Allen. I'm assuming.
I truly do think there's everything in this. I think there's everything.
I think once the investigation's concluded, there'll be everything. All right. Well, my problem now is if everything you said with the drugs and the prostitutes and all that is being conducted over NFL.com email, then they're the biggest idiots in the world, and we're the biggest of the idiots in the world for letting it go this far.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Like, dang, you don't have like a security thing that's like, oh, hey, if an email contains the word prostitute and money and cocaine in it, maybe flag it.
Yeah, but what is the NFL going to do then? Release it? Make themselves look even worse than they already do? Yeah. I have a feeling the NFL doesn't want shit getting out there.
That's true.
They want nothing
that
out there.
True.
If they saw those emails come across, they're like, hey, can we little pull it back on the emails here just a little bit? But they definitely are not going to be like, oh, this coach said this. Let's get him fired. Like, no. They got an image problem already. They don't want shit getting out about this. I'm sure the NFL is terrified right now. So Roger Goodell's probably shaking right now.
I wonder how that got leaked. That's really
I still can't.
The most interesting part, I'd say.
I don't have a theory either.
Me neither.
I don't. Like, who leaks that?
Well, and
why?
Why didn't they leak anything else?
Yeah, and why is nothing else? Does someone just have a personal vendetta?
Mr. Hacker Man, wherever you are, just send me the rest of the emails.
Yeah. Like, what was the trigger for the Mr. Hacker Man? Was it the queer part? Was it the big lip part? Was it the Roger part? Maybe he's just a huge fan of Roger Goodell, and he's like, oh, John Gruden.
But it was smart, too, because they weren't released all at the same time. Whatever happened, I don't know. It was very strange. And it's just always like, I don't know if the NFL was lying. I think they might have just been lying.
Shocked.
I think they might have known that there was so much that they could never go back on.
Yeah.
That they kept releasing these, that you had to, like, test the water to see what it took to get Gruden to go away. Because I bet there could be a backlog of, like, you could write a children's novel with probably all the emails in there, maybe even just from Gruden. And they're probably like, all right, so we'll take care of this one so it doesn't come back later and bite us in the ass, and then we deal with the rest as the investigation. I don't know. I feel like the NFL lied about that, but I don't know. Also, because they tend to lie about.
I don't put
information comes
if
from.
I hear NFL lie, I'm already automatically probably on that side. I'm already probably like believe it. I don't even care what it's about. I'm like, yeah, they lied. I don't even know why, but they lied. But yeah, so we'll see what comes about this. Just I'm hoping we get a little bit more information. I just want a little bit more, just a little bit. Stop keeping us so much in the dark. I want to know what's going on. But it's fine. It's fine. All right. Moving on. Tennessee, after their little performance at the end of the was it Ole Miss game?
Yeah, the Ole Miss game.
After their little performance, they were fined $250,000 for its unruly fans. So that's good. At least college football did something about that.
Dang.
$250 seems a little.
Oh, man. I'm not going to lie. If I was a fan there and then the school got fined $250K, I wouldn't even feel bad. I would be like,
no,
let's go.
Like, what are the fans would be like, okay. Idiots.
school
Yeah.
that's taking all my money.
Idiots.
I have to pay for that. Losers.
Did you see why they were throwing things? Like the call that was made and why they were throwing things? One of the worst calls.
It was really that bad.
The guy, so they spot the ball, right? And I forget if I think it's a turnover or maybe it's a first down. I don't know which way it went. Anyways, I saw the picture of where the play was happening, the spot of the ball, and the ref that made the call for the spot of the ball. This dude is 48 yards away from the play. 48 or that somewhere around 48 yards away from play. Play happens at like the 30-yard line. This dude is on the other 40-yard line on the sideline. Like he is literally the furthest ref away from the play, and he calls the spot of the ball. Like probably 20,000 fans had a better perspective of that guy, and he called the spot of the ball.
Jeez.
There was like 3 refs that were closer than him, and he was the one who called it. Like, yeah, not gonna say that I'd be throwing shit at cheerleaders and coaches and stuff, but I'd be pretty pissed.
I didn't do it. You gotta aim better.
Yeah, Drew. Whoever
Doink a ref in the head.
hit
Actually, don't do that.
whoever hit Lane with the golf ball has a sniper accuracy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like that's
impressive.
from being it. First
But
of all,
don't.
how'd you get a golf ball in there? First of all,
Why'd you because like hey, you just put that in like your pants or whatever. But why'd you bring a golf ball
clearly that
throw.
person was ready to throw something.
straight at his head?
But the fact that you hit him in the head?
Dome shot. Maybe he brought a club too. Just straight.
Yeah, I mean, if there's like he brought a putter with him or something, yeah, all right, we got it. Like, I understand. But you bring a golf ball and you
He
just
bought a wedge. Just chip that up. Doink them.
dunk him. Not gonna lie, we got a sniper in the building.
Yeah. Should be on. Actually, I don't know what team you'd be on for being able to accurately throw a golf ball.
Yeah.
Maybe help the golf team. Go get the balls and throw them back. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
Then when
what you
Lane
do.
brought it up in post-game interview, I did not see that post-game interview, actually. I was very, like, I saw what happened, and then I was like, oh, Tennessee fans threw shit. Tennessee fans are wild. Not gonna lie. That college has some crazy fans. Always has. I wasn't that surprised that it happened. I was surprised it took this long for a coach to get hit with a golf ball in the head. Ooh, I want to see.
No, I want to hear this. Once Wix is done advertising to us,
Wix, we already used your service.
Bought it. Blah, blah, blah. Give me the scoop.
Told the guys all week, hey, this place is gonna be electric.
Let's get everybody early.
What in the, all of my, wow, that's scumbag.
You know, I remember what it was like when we were here, and you know, like the South Carolina game and the energy. So knew we were gonna have to weather a storm early of energy and emotion, and a lot of stuff went wrong in the first quarter. And luckily, we really played good defense, you know, to keep us hanging around. And you know, the quarterback, I don't know what you say about him. I mean, he doesn't have his left guard. He doesn't have 2 of his top 3 receivers. Doesn't have the tight ends out, you know. And the guy ended up with sacks carrying the ball 30 times. So that was
Wait.
Hold on. Oh, that's 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's the whole
Not by
presser.
design.
That's the whole presser. I just want the little clip.
There you go. Oh, wait, no, you clicked on that.
That's all the people getting hit. That's pre-game.
What are you feeling right now?
relief. I don't know if I'm more excited that we found a way to win or I didn't get hit with the golf balls they were throwing at me, but no, really, our defense rose to the occasion. We did horrible on offense there, but not good
He's
enough.
holding the golf ball.
Great job. The quarterback battled with a ton of injuries around him. We had basically 4 starters didn't play on offense.
Ah, Lane.
The Golf balls there, Don.
So he didn't get hit? I thought he did get hit.
It looked like he got hit. Maybe not. Maybe he dodged that.
Sniper.
He's quick.
He's
Moves
quick.
Quick
Man. All right. What else we got? We got 15 minutes till bed, so I think we still got stories, though.
Yeah. I got some stuff.
Apparently, Seahawks called Cam with Wilson injured until they realized that Geno Smith was a godsend.
Yeah, I mean, I won't lie. Geno did look pretty close to how Cam looked last year, I'd say.
Yeah, that's about. I don't know what you would. I don't know how much better you could get than what Geno Smith did.
He badly underthrew like 4 balls.
Yeah.
Like really, really badly, but he didn't cost him the game. So.
Yeah, I mean he's a backup QB, and if
yeah.
you would have signed a QB to fill in for that game, he probably would have done a lot worse.
True.
So like I said, I think that was probably the best that he could have done, the best they could have asked for.
Yeah, you put him in a position to win.
Yeah, and you covered the spread.
And you covered.
Great teams covered. Great quarterbacks covered. Geno Smith's great QB. Just kidding.
Steelers must stay.
Steelers are not very good this year. I'm kind of upset because I thought they were going to be pretty good this
Browns are 4th in the AFC North. So.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Wow. And the Ravens are somehow. I still don't think they're good. Still don't think so. Still won't believe it.
Oh no! I think right now they're a powerhouse. They're just an absolute wheel.
Are they though?
Yes, right now you can't. It's not even a hot. It's like right now. Yes, they are a buzzsaw.
Are they though?
Yes.
Because the only impressive performance I've seen from them is the Chargers. They beat the Colts by 6 in OT after getting dominated with 3 corners on the entire team.
Right now, Lamar Jackson is a buzzsaw.
I agree. But this is because I've seen this be said a couple different times now that the Ravens are the hottest team, and I don't think so. They destroyed the Chargers. Absolutely impressive. Yes, that made me also go, whoa. They beat the Colts by 6 in OT with 3 corners on the opposite side, yada, yada. They beat the Broncos with Teddy Bridgewater for a quarter. They beat the Broncos by 16. They beat the Lions on a record-breaking field goal.
Yeah.
In the last seconds. They beat the Chiefs for the first time ever. Impressive. We all know the Chiefs aren't very good right now. They're not that good. And then they lose to the Raiders in OT in week 1. Like, they lose to the Raiders. They beat the Chiefs by 1. They beat the Lions by 2. They beat the Broncos by 16 without Teddy Bridgewater. They beat the Colts by 6 with 3 corners on the other side. And then they smash the Chargers. Like, I don't see a dominant powerhouse here.
Because most
they
other
do
teams
keep winning
in the
though.
NFL, you can't say even beat.
Yep,
beat.
and that is
So
the
that's
only
one thing.
that is the only thing that I do give them credit for is they are winning games.
No, I think right now they can win against any team in the NFL.
I would agree with that.
But
I just
think there's going to be a certain point where the lack of depth around the team catches up.
Yeah.
And right now Lamar Jackson's doing it, so I will never say that he can't do it. So unless Lamar Jackson can continue to put up like 450 yards, like just total yards a game,
Yep.
500 total yards a game, if he keeps doing that, then they can do anything. But eventually, and it's not even like on Lamar. Like, you're not supposed to have to do that.
No, Lamar is doing crazy things right now.
As soon as he can't do that, I don't know if he's going to have much to fall back on with the rest of the team.
That's just that was just my thinking though. Is Lamar is running for 500 yards a game, and they're beating the Lions by 2, and like that's kind of my point. Is like this man is doing anything and everything he can, and they are scraping by teams. Now again, Chargers won.
It's like the Cowboys last year before Dak got hurt.
Yeah, I can kind of see that.
Throw for 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, win by 3, move on.
Yeah, put yourself in position. The Minnesota Vikings are the Cowboys.
Actually, the Cowboys were losing still, weren't they? They had put up 40 points.
Yeah, Dak was throwing for 500 yards and still losing games.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what could start happening as soon as one of those things breaks. Their defense looked great yesterday though, or Sunday.
Yeah, that was the first time where I was like, "Damn, all right, Ravens D." Like that one was impressive.
That also does mean that Carson Wentz is a better quarterback than Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, by
100%.
correlation.
Correlation and causation.
Yep.
Maybe.
They're getting. Good. I'm glad that the media has hopped on this Washington football team Sean Taylor thing.
Oh yeah, I think
I knew the fans were pissed. I knew the family was pissed.
So quick.
Yeah. I'm glad that it's. Yeah. Team owner Daniel Snyder still remains, and so does the dysfunction. I just cannot believe. Isn't there a way where like team owners can vote out another team owner?
Yeah.
Or is that only NBA?
I believe. Oh, I know for the NFL you have to vote them in.
I think because didn't the Carolina Panthers guy get voted out?
I believe you can. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I know who was the basketball guy? Is that the Clippers?
But so I think what happens is the commissioner has to propose such a thing.
And then it has to be like a 2/3 majority or whatever.
That's a good question. I wonder.
Because I remember it happened in the NBA with I don't even remember the guy's name. Was that the Clippers owner? Who just said some absolutely racist shit.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
And then the Texans owner said some dumb shit once too, that they were thugs or something like that.
Oh yeah, because he's like, no, I said slugs.
Yeah, like it because
do you have a list?
The term, like I actually didn't justify it for the guy, but the way he said thugs and the way he said it, the context was it was
a weird place for that word to appear.
It was like you probably shouldn't use that word, but I could see like he was talking about jail and thugs and stuff. You just don't say that to an NFL team. But like I was like, okay, can kind of see where you're going with that. And then he's like, no, I said slugs, and I was like, okay, you fucking idiot. So like, you are a dumbass. Like, just own up to it. Like, it wasn't like, it was not the thing you should have said, but it wasn't overly bad. And then he, like, tried saying he said something else.
You probably could have got out of it.
It could have been a little bit justified. It could have been.
Not even justified, but you could have got out of it without losing maybe
losing your
suspension,
team.
Little thing.
Yeah. But instead, you just completely lied about it, and then it's like, okay, you definitely meant what you said then, and you definitely knew what you said then, if you're trying to justify it. But I think that was a Texans owner, and then the Carolina Panthers owner got removed because he was extremely racist. I forget what he even said, but it was really bad, I remember. And then who was the NBA guy? That had been the Clippers. NBA owner.
So Roger Goodell can propose the firing of any owner, shareholder, or partner for wrongful conduct and would take that complaint to the league's executive committee, which would then vote, and they would need 3/4 of a majority to say yes to terminate the owner. They would also need to vote 3/4 to vote on the next owner.
3/4?
Yeah.
Wow. Donald Sterling of the Los Angeles Clippers owner. In April 2014, was banned for NBA for life and fined $2.5 million by the league after private recordings of him making racist comments were made public. Yeah, I remember that one was bad. That was a very bad one. That was the guy who was like, he started the shut up and dribble, right? That was where that stemmed from?
Yes,
I think he was the he literally said shut up and dribble, yeah.
Yeah, not good.
Not good. And then Carolina Panthers, what did that guy say? NFL. Because I think the Texans guy was able to still keep his job. I think he's still the owner. But boy, the players were pissed off. Yeah. I remember D-Hop was... I remember he had some very aggressive words at him. I think it was Carolina Panthers. Jerry Richardson. Yeah, I think he's still the owner. Oh, no. He sold the team. He wasn't forced to remove it, but he had sold the team. Due to allegations made against Dan Snyder and the Washington football team franchise, the removal of Jerry Richardson as the owner of Carolina Panthers has been reinforced numerous times throughout the sports, blah, blah, blah. And then he had to sell. Weird. Dan Snyder was a part of sexual harassment as well as racism.
No, yeah, that's what I mean about the Like, you have to understand this is not a new investigation.
No, definitely not.
And just because some emails leaked out doesn't mean it's magically going to be concluded this week.
Yeah. I think that's just why I'm shocked that, because it's like, all right, the whole NFL, yes, that is a big deal. But the fact that Dan Snyder still has his shit is like, how? Like, how many times does this man have to pop up?
You just have somehow he's managed to not be the actual focal point of all the complaints.
Yeah, he's had a lot of people take the fall for it.
Right. He needs the one that'll actually be the specific complaint against him. Because they will absolutely vote to get rid of him.
I don't think Dan Snyder has a chance when it comes to
I don't think anyone wants him. I don't think a single other owner would want to keep him.
He might have some friends.
But are there really any friends?
Nah, not when it comes
NFL
out. Because
circle?
when it comes to a vote and it comes out public who voted what, there is no one that's backing Dan Snyder.
I doubt that ever becomes public.
You don't think so? You don't think that's...
You think all those fat cats in a room with Roger Goodell, they're gonna like, okay, our democratic process is over. Here are the results and the name of everyone who voted. Yeah. They won't even tell you who voted for the MVP. You think they're gonna tell?
Very true. Very true. Very true.
I had a brain blast.
Did you?
It's gone though. It blasted away.
Yeah, got a blast.
It blasted away.
Yeah, I'm just reading this, how the media is attacking Dan Snyder and the Washington football team for their Sean Taylor.
Oh, but yeah, they'll probably want to vote him out as quick as possible because they're the ones who have other things that are going to get investigated that are tied to Dan Snyder that keep getting uncovered because he keeps getting investigated. They're like, stop being an idiot and getting in trouble because you're going to get us in trouble.
Yeah.
Get out of here, Dan.
Stop it.
Get out of here.
We've been very quietly with our racist remarks and our homophobic remarks. We've been doing it very quietly. Why do you have to make a big deal about everything? Like, shut up. Quit getting us all in trouble. Controversy, scandals, and things. The Browns are dead. Completely dead.
No.
Yeah. Kareem Hunt, 4 to 6 weeks. Baker dislocated his shoulder.
He'll be fine.
Nick Chubb might not make it back for Thursday night. Their O-line is screwed. Their secondary is screwed.
They're not.
The Browns are dead.
They might be dead.
They're a little dead. Not as dead as the New York Giants, but they're a little bit dead.
They're dying.
They're dying. The Giants are dead.
Giants are dead, and it's a damn shame. They were a fun team for a couple of weeks there.
Yeah.
Not a good team particularly.
No, but Danny Dimes is fun to watch.
He's a very fun quarterback to watch.
I very much enjoy watching him play.
Not super good.
No,
he's
but
good though. He's good.
He's good.
But fun to watch.
But super fun to watch.
You don't know where that lanky boy is gonna just wobble over.
Dude, you don't know if he's gonna take off for 40 yards and trip and fall. You don't know if he's going to throw an interception within, like, straight to a defensive lineman's hands.
That's all.
You don't know if he's going to air one out for 80 yards and hit his own wide receiver on the numbers. Yeah. You don't know if he's going to air one out for 80 yards and hit his receiver on the numbers when the receiver drops it. Like, you don't know what's going to happen next.
He might just run.
Yeah.
And just blast up the middle and make you rethink everything you thought about the guy for a second there.
Just the most unathletic, athletic-looking human being.
Just amazing. Make sure you take Broncos plus 3.5 right now before that goes down.
True.
Actually, I don't know.
That might be the line as it is because I have a feeling Browns were like minus 5.5, 6 before Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, and Baker all did their things. I don't know how I feel about Denver.
That's still with the potential of Nick Chubb.
That's got to be Baker and Nick.
Yeah.
At 3.5. Because if either one is gone, then it's going to drop.
Then
Damn. Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. That's crazy.
I'm not out on the Browns. I bet they have some sneaky third running back or fourth running back. Someone to bring out.
Duke Johnson?
Behind Duke. Who's behind Duke? Some sneaky guy.
It's he was there last year. He was a rookie.
I'll let you think with your brain, but
I know it too. It's not Hillard. I don't think they have Dontrell Hillard anymore. Maybe they do have Dontrell Hillard.
really, that's a name I have not heard in a while.
All right, tell me who it is.
I'm trying,
But who was the other
Maybe
guy
it's
last
Bergen.
year? When Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt went down. I can't remember.
Demetric Felton and Dearness Johnson.
Dearness Johnson, that's who it was.
That's
It's
cool
not
name.
Duke Johnson, it's Dearness Johnson.
Demetric Felton. Rookie out of UCLA.
Oh, I wonder if he's going to get it.
Demetric is a cool name.
Happy month.
Isaac.
Happy Tuesday, Isaac.
Isaac.
Come on.
Come on.
He gets a purple thing, and all of a sudden he can't remember the
His
day.
purple.
His
and now
thing
the
goes from
days
red to
don't
purple,
matter.
and he can't remember it's Monday or Tuesday. Come on,
It's so funny
Isaac.
how much I associate everyone with the. Is that racist? The color of their circle, like just the letter thing.
I guess to a point, yeah. I think I'd like purple Isaac more than like red Isaac because he doesn't know
No,
what day
I
of
don't
the week
have
it is.
opinions on it, but I just like before I even noticed the letter, like.
Because Cam and Luke are somehow both always the same shade of purple.
Yeah.
which is
Isaac's in
funny.
the purple game now.
But he's a lighter purple.
He's a
much lighter
like
purple.
a lavender kind of.
And then JP is always orange. And
True.
Isaac's normally always red.
Yeah, he's that reddish orangish.
Yeah. And then Stephanie has her profile
She has
picture.
an extra picture.
Yeah. Thank you, Stephanie, for being the one person who
Thank you,
actually, it's fine.
What's Braxton? He's like gray, right?
Yeah, he's like that shit tan. He's that awful shit tan brown.
All right, tell me about this Demetric Felton guy. Because first of all, I want to know if his name's Demetric, like the metric system, or Demetric, like Dimitri.
I have a feeling it's Demetric. Demetric does not sound like a name.
No, it sounds like a unit of measurement.
Yeah.
But I have nothing wrong with units of measurement. I think they're great, super handy. Use them all the time.
Nice.
Oh, well, hey, waiver wire pickup. Maybe look at Mr. Demetric.
Or Dearnest.
Or Darrenist. Demetric is listed ahead of him on the chart, but he is also a rookie. Let's see. Hey, let's just combine profile. Let's read about this guy, huh? What's he about?
Also, who's the wide receiver for the Ravens? Just played his first game. Big waiver wire pickup. It's okay. It's okay, Isaac. We forgive you. I had to think about it for a second when you said Happy Monday, though. I was like, wait. No, it's definitely Tuesday. Rashad Bateman. That's who it is. Sammy Watkins maybe being out. Rashad Bateman. Big fantasy pickup. I think he's owned in like 6% of leagues. He had like 6 receptions on 7 or 8 targets for only like 34 yards. But it's a good fantasy pickup, especially if you're in PPR. Do we talk about the hilarious name for that one cornerback last night? No. No. Can you enlighten us, Isaac? I think I missed that.
I'm excited about this
Yeah.
guy. This Dimitri.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he sounds great.
Prospect grade 6.0 out of 10.
Yeah, but that's bullshit. No, he's gonna be really good. He's a hybrid player. Could be a volume pass catcher. Might even be transitioning
how big is he?
full-time receiver. 5'9".
All right.
Little slippery guy.
I think his name was Jackrabbit Jones or something like that. I think I did hear that, actually. And I didn't pay any attention to it, and I probably should have, because it's...
That's a children's song.
What is? Jackrabbit. Jackrabbit Jenkins?
Jackrabbit Jenkins.
Oh, that's Janoris Jenkins.
Oh, that's just his nickname.
I didn't know Janoris Jenkins' nickname was Jackrabbit.
I don't know why he's coming up as JJ Jenkins. I don't think I've ever heard him called JJ.
How did I...
Setting up Simply Safe Home Security was a piece of cake. No tools or wiring. Anyone can do it in less than 30 minutes.
Welcome to Simply Safe.
And voice prompts guide you.
Motion sensor detected.
Simply say if even calls you when you're done to confirm.
All right, we're gonna kick it to a break. Wow. No, that is Janoris Jenkins, one of the better corners in the league, probably. But I did not.
How is that allowed?
I have never heard him called Jackrabbit.
Or JJ, unless it's like not as like a
not
nickname
JJ
for-
Jenkins, like
yeah,
JJ,
as
like Janoris
two
Jenkins.
initials,
Yeah, Janoris.
first and last name.
Not JJ
I guess
Jenkins.
what's his middle name? Jermaine. So I guess he
Janoris
is JJ
Jermaine Jenkins.
He is Triple J. JJJ.
Yeah.
That's what I think the next thing's gonna be. And I think, if anyone's having a kid soon, I dropped a quarter. Anyone having a kid soon, and like when I get on top of this, triple letter initials as like the first name. Because we're sick of AJs. We're sick of GJs, JJs.
I'm
DJs.
EDE. I'm Eddie.
I'm SMD.
Nice.
But I think you gotta have like, just straight up name your kid like.
Alfonso Albert Anderson.
Triple A.
Triple A, baby.
But
Or like
only call him
Xavier, Xavius, Triple
Dude,
X.
Triple A would be so cool because you could make all sorts of jokes about the
Batteries?
insurance and batteries and
Triple X would be pretty cool though.
Triple X would be cool, but you might not be allowed. And people would be like, "Hey, you're adult content." And you're like, "No, it's just my name."
Yeah, it's just me. Triple A would be sick though. There would be a lot of funny. I'd call him like Duracell or something. Man, Derrick Henry's Russian props are going to be so juiced this week. Yeah, seriously.
It's gonna be like 165 yards, minus 330 for a touchdown.
It's so ridiculous. He is an animal.
He's insane.
I can't get over the fact that I just learned that Najee Harris is like the exact same size as him. I can't believe it. Because Derrick Henry, we saw it yesterday too. Derrick Henry looks twice the size as him.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand it. Also, keep an eye out for Najee because that man is huge. But yeah, Derrick Henry is a freak of nature. Absolute freak.
True.
Unbelievable. All right, we need
exaggeration.
no exaggeration. We need to kick it to a break so we can get started with bets. So we can start with the first day of NBA. And I cannot wait.
No, that's really weird. My pocket just vibrated like my phone was in it. But
Bo
it's not.
Scarborough is still running around the
Yeah,
league,
where is
actually.
he now?
He was at Detroit.
I was in Detroit.
Bo
I
Scarborough.
love Bo Scarborough.
He was sick.
He's really good.
Oh, he is a free agent.
No.
He is a free agent.
Someone's got to snag that guy. I love Bo. He looked great. Man.
Stephanie, yes, the MVP is very much QB award, but it can be done by a running back. AP did do it.
I said earlier this season that you might want to slip in those Derrick Henry MVP because if he goes back-to-back 2000s,
That's pretty hard. Yeah, that's pretty hard not to.
Only times you'll have a chance.
Stephanie, it's not a Q, I mean, it is a QB. It's very much QB award. The problem is you have to damn near break the rushing record in order to get MVP as a running back. It's the only times I've ever seen it come in question is when a running back almost breaks the record.
Well, you have to break the record and be like, and win your conference. Like
You have to be a very good team too. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's very hard for a running back, extremely hard. But if there's anyone who's gonna do it, it's gonna be Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry has the best chance that we've seen in quite some time.
I can't imagine that he's not up for nomination right now. He's not a top 5 right now.
I don't think he's a top 5 right now.
I think after last night's performance, he has to be.
I guarantee he won't be in the conversation until like week 12. Like for some reason it's always about just the total yards and it's like.
I mean, even at total yards, he's still.
I know, but they don't care about the projection until it's like right there. It's.
That's true.
I
just think going against the number 1 rushing defense last night, scoring 3 touchdowns and rushing for 150 is enough to be like, all right, here we go.
I 100% agree.
Yeah.
I just. I don't know. He did something very similar last year and was not in the conversation until the very end.
That's fair.
You know, I'm saying it's like for the quarterback guys, you got the big names to start out, and then they fade off for whoever's actually going to be. That's what happened last year. It was even though Aaron Rodgers was consistently having the best season, it was Mahomes until like week 12. Even though by week like 6, you should have known Aaron Rodgers was the favorite, but he wasn't the favorite until maybe 3 weeks until the season ended. So you'll first have to switch to the quarterbacks until they finally figure out who's good, and then you'll have Derrick Henry.
In to play devil's advocate on this one, if Lamar Jackson keeps throwing for 400 and rushing for 100, you're not gonna beat him.
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna say about Tom Brady?
I think Derrick Henry should absolutely be top 5. But it wasn't until last night that I thought Derrick Henry should be top 5.
This is what I'm talking. Like what you just said makes so much. How could it not be? Kyler's the favorite. Second's Dak, Josh Allen, Tom Brady. Tom Brady's 4th, and I'm pretty sure technically he's having a better season than all those guys, right? Almost in every category. Then Aaron Rodgers is 1,200. I don't think he can get it this year.
No.
I think he started a little too slow. Lamar's at 1,200. He should be up. Stafford's at 1,200. I think he should be right in that conversation with the rest of them. Hibby's at 1,400. I don't think so. Patty Mahomes at 1,800. I don't think so. Derrick Henry's 2,500.
I'm throwing Trayvon Diggs as my defensive player of the year. But I think Sean's right though. I think you're not going to see. You're going to see Derrick Henry at plus 22, plus 2,000, plus 1,800, plus 1,700, plus 1,600. And then one day he's going to also be plus 250.
Yeah.
Because it's just going to flip like that. And I knock on everything, but a running back getting 30 touches a game, everyone's just waiting for him to go down. Everyone's waiting for him to go down. If there's one guy who's not going to, it's going to be him, but everyone's waiting for it. Nick Chubb just went down again. It's just, scary. That's a very, very, very scary big man. Scary bigness. Big, large, massive. But yeah. I think he's going to sit at 2,000 the whole time and then jump up at the very end.
Jimmy Garoppolo for comeback player of the year. Because he had to come back twice.
Yeah. Had to win his job 3 different times.
Plus 5,000.
All right. We need to kick it to a break so we can get into bets. We got NHL, NBA, and baseball tonight.
Oh,
Day 1 NBA. Sean is just chomping at the bit over there.
Ow.
I'm going to drink my massive water bottle while I wait.
Oh, dude, I need some water. All right. We'll do the break thing. We'll be right back. And please enjoy smooth beats for your enjoyment. Enjoy this for your enjoyment. Thank you. Fellas, it's about that betting time.
It's about that time. Isaac, I want you to know that it is the most convenient water bottle of all time.
This is the most comically large water bottle I've ever seen in my life.
I will not take any slander about my water bottle.
It's not slander, it's just comically large.
It is ice cold at all times.
Probably.
And I never run out of water. Ever.
You know what they should make?
What?
Oh, dude. Like a thing. No, so like a holder for a water bottle, right? Comes with the water bottle.
Okay.
And you like put it there when you go to bed.
Yeah.
And it automatically fills it up, so it's full in the morning. And you just put it there at night every time you go to sleep. And then you have a full water bottle in the morning.
So it's like a big old jug of water that like automatically dispenses.
Yeah.
In your
like a Keurig.
Okay.
But it just spits water out.
I hear you chirping, Big Bird.
and it just is there in the morning. Like it automatically just fills up overnight and it just drips. I don't know.
I kind of like that.
If you like the sound of dripping water, you can set it to drip mode.
Nah, I feel like I would have to piss like a racehorse throughout the night if I just heard constant dripping water.
Keeps you regular.
I would wake up with a very wet bed in the morning.
That is true.
And not for we're just gonna move on from that. All right.
Because you spilt your water?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
All right, let's get into it today. We have plenty of things to bet on.
Yeah.
I want to start with NHL because I'm feeling a couple things here. Feeling good about a couple things. One, I think that the Colorado Avalanche are not going to be good this year. I have a weird feeling that the Colorado Avalanche are not going to be that good this year. Therefore, I'm taking Caps at plus 100 today. At home, going against the Avs. And I'm not going to lie, it's kind of because of Darcy Kemper. Also, Landeskog's out. Nathan McKinnon is back. But Landeskog's out. Jack Johnson's day-to-day. They've just got some people. And the only person that the Capitals are now missing is Nicholas Backstrom, which is a big injury. But so I'll lean right now because Avalanche are getting 91% of money, and Sharps are on Avalanche, and we need to learn about Sharps in NHL. It is a big deal. But I'm gonna lean Capitals, and that boy Ovi, and anytime Ovi's on the ice, it's power play galore. So I'm gonna lean Capitals at almost plus money tonight, getting disrespected by the public. And then this game is ridiculous. I can't believe this line. Now, I know the Buffalo Sabres are not a good team. I understand. They're missing like their three best players. I get it. I understand all of it. But they're going against the Vancouver Canucks, who suck. They're so bad. They were bad last year. They were bad the year before that. They were pretty bad the year before that. And they sucked this year again. And for the Canucks to be getting minus 152 on the road with 98% of the public money, give me Buffalo Sabres at plus 145. At home, getting 2% of public money. Come on. Getting sharp bets as well. I will put down Buffalo Sabres money line tonight. I think they win this one. Give me Buffalo Sabres. Moving on. Penguins versus Stars. Give me Penguins. The Stars are just not a very good team. Penguins, I kind of slandered them, and we are very, very early in the season. Very early. There is no Sidney Crosby. There is no Evgeny Malkin. There is no Brian Rust. Those are three very big names. Yeah. However, they have Jeff Carter, Jake Gensel, Kapanen, Chris Letang. They got Jason Zucker. They have enough people, and I just don't see the Dallas Stars being very good this year. Tristan Jarry is a liability, but he's looked good so far. So I'm going to go Pittsburgh Penguins against the Dallas Stars tonight. Panthers Lightning, give me the Panthers. The Panthers are going to be one of the best teams in the NHL this year, and the only thing that's going to stop them is the Lightning in the playoffs. Panthers are going to have the best regular season record this year. Stamp it. Lock it in. I think they were the second best team in the NHL last year. Third best team behind the Boston Bruins and Tampa Bay Lightning. I think that the only team that gave them a run for their money last year, or gave the Lightning the run for their money last year, were the Panthers. They play an extremely tough division. They play extremely tough teams all season long. And they are an insanely good team that just somehow gets overshadowed because they're in the same division as Tampa Bay Lightning, and the Tampa Bay Lightning always win. Nikita Kucherov is out for the Tampa Bay Lightning. That is a huge loss for them, as well as quite a few other guys. The only thing that scares me a little bit of that is that Spencer Knight is in net. I don't know how I feel about him yet. He should be very good, but I'm not totally sure yet. If you're looking for some plus money plays, I think Buffalo Sabres and Panthers are my 2 favorite dogs of the night. This one's going to pain me to say. At 7 o'clock, we have Devils and Seattle Kraken. It's the Devils. It's the Devils. After what I watched last night against Philadelphia Flyers, where the Kraken lost 6-1, too early in the season to be playing 4-7 and 5-8. Like, this is their 5th game in 8 days.
Yeah.
That is not the way you want to start the season. It is brutal. The legs are not prepared for that yet. Even if you've been training as hard as you can, even if you skate as hard as they do, you cannot prepare for 5 games in 8 days that is stupid. Very, very stupid. As I said, as we talked about very early on in today's show, they need to figure out their NHL scheduling a little better. Now, granted, 2 of those games were in preseason, but it's still 5 games in 8 days. That's still ridiculous. So give me the Devils tonight. I just think the Seattle Kraken are just tired. They've got to be tired, and especially after seeing the Flyers game last night. Extremely physical game, too. It's not like the Seattle Kraken were just, getting ran over. The Flyers were taking a lot of shots, getting a lot of bodies in front of the net, and playing very physical. Seattle Kraken was also playing very physical, but after that kind of game, 5-8, yikes. I don't see any way that the Kraken can keep it going tonight. They desperately need a couple days off. Give me the Devils tonight for sure. Honestly, probably in regulation as well at plus money. They're sitting at minus 150-ish right now on their money line. Islanders, Blackhawks, this line makes 0 sense to me. Blackhawks are not that good of a team. Islanders are a very good team. Islanders are barely favored at minus 115 to minus 120. I get it, it's on the road. There are sharps on the Blackhawks, getting stacked a little bit on the Islanders, but there's just a much better team than the Blackhawks are. And to be getting that line just doesn't quite make sense. Now, Johnny Boychuk is out. Varlamov is out. And Chicago has pretty much their entire starting lineup, but I don't get scared of Jonathan Taves and Patrick Kane like I used to. They aren't the players they used to be. Now they do have Tyler Johnson sitting in there now, who is a decent player, but he's also 31 as well. These players are just getting a little too. It's kind of the same thing that I said for Pittsburgh Penguins. They had their crew. They paid them a whole bunch of money to stay a very long time. It worked. They won championships. They did everything, but now it is coming to the end of that dynasty, that legacy. Surprisingly, the Islanders are also 0-2, which I don't know why. I think they're a much better team than 0-2, but again, it's just the first 2 games of the season. Give me the Islanders over the Blackhawks today. Jets Wild. I was going to say the Wild today, and then I saw 97% on the Wild. Now, home game. Wild love home games. We always have. We've always been very good at home. I think still the Wild. I kind of want to do like a Wild and Devils parlay. They're both minus 150, both home, both getting a little stacked on by the public. I might just take Wild in regulation instead. We tend to kind of beat down the Jets a little bit. It's kind of like the one team that we consistently do very well against, especially when we're in our own building. I think the Wild. That's a little bit biased as I'm wearing the jersey today with my favorite player who now plays for. He has been tossed around everywhere. Where does Eric Holla play now? Also spells his name with a K like I do. Pretty sick. That was kind of why he was my favorite player, and then he ended up being really good for us.
Wow.
What does he play for now? Oh, we drafted him and everything, and then we lost him to the expansion draft to Vegas, and then he went to the Panthers and did really well there. He's basically done well everywhere except for Minnesota Wild because we just didn't know how to use him. We put him on our fourth line like idiots. Who does he play for? Who plays for Boston now? God damn it. He goes to all these freaking good teams because everyone knows how good he is, and then they just use him as an expendable player because they think he's... The only team that used him the right way was the Vegas Golden Knights, and he scored like 30 goals for them. Season that they actually used him. Stupid. Anyways, give me the Wild over the Jets. Oilers, Ducks, just Oilers. Oilers are probably one of the best teams in the NHL right now because there's a guy named McJesus on their team. If you don't know who McJesus is, his real name is Connor McDavid, but we know him by Connor McJesus because he is that insanely good at hockey, like absolutely insane. Minus 250 is a little bit ridiculous this early on in the season. You normally don't start seeing those lines until the Lightning halfway through the season. I think that is the biggest line I've seen so far this season, but rightfully so, the Oilers should pound the shit out of the Ducks tonight. They are getting stacked on by the public, so that is something to watch for, but I got to go Oilers on that one. Blue Jackets, Red Wings. We have kind of a pick 'em. Actually, Red Wings getting favorited in this one. The line has dropped a little bit. Red Wings are an interesting team this season that I really don't know a whole lot about. They've been in a rebuild stage for the last 3-4 years now. It seems like it's starting to come around a little bit. Now, they've only played one actual game this season, so this is a very, we'll see. Just stopping in real quick to congratulate Sean on his Week 7 win in fantasy. Oh, this week.
Let's see the...
Braxton must be...
Perilous Pickles.
Whoa, you changed your name, Braxton?
Name change. Things must have gotten bad. Had to do the full
Wonder if
rebrand.
you full team on bye kind of thing?
Oh.
Yeah, I feel that, Braxton. I feel that, Braxton. I have a league back home that is worth a lot of money, and boy, I have no one starting in my actual lineup. For this game, the Detroit-Columbus game, I can't imagine why you don't bet Columbus, but at the same time, the Detroit Red Wings kind of scary right now. Dylan Larkin, Bertuzzi, those guys are really good. Now, they do have some injuries where Columbus is relatively healthy. I give the goalie nod to Columbus in a big way because I don't know much about Nedeljkovic. And the Red Wings have just been bad for a while. This game's really weird, though, because 71% of tickets are on Blue Jackets, yet only 2% of money, which means that everyone's stacking on the Red Wings. So probably just a stay-away game for that one, but we'll see. Kings Predators, boy, do I not like that game at all. I'll stay away from that game, and please, I would go with Kings as the underdogs in this one. But other than that, I don't want to touch that game. That's just two teams that are sporadic, don't know what's coming. Yeah. And then to end the day, this is actually at 7 o'clock. Sharks Canadians. I don't know how. I don't know why. Canadians are just good. They were good last year. I didn't think they were. They're good this year. I don't think they are, but I keep getting. I mean, they are 0-3, so they have been playing decent teams. So their whole entire team is hurt. Is the problem?
That'll do it.
It doesn't help. But the Sharks are so bad at hockey, so bad. The only bright spot for their team is Brent Burns, so I lean Canadians, but with how hurt they are, I don't think you can actually bet on them. They're so hurt. Like, their entire starting lineup is basically out. So I'll stay away from that. Best bets of the night, I'm running back through all of this. Favorite underdog has got to be the Sabres against Canucks, and Panthers versus the Lightning. Those are my two dogs. Favorites of the night has got to be Penguins, just because they're playing very well. The Wild, because they're also playing very well, and they're going against the Jets, who I don't think are very good at all. I really don't see why. Also, Blake Wheeler's out is a huge defensive lapse for the Winnipeg Jets. That guy normally tears the Wild apart, and he's not going to be there tonight. So I'm going to go Wild as one of my favorites. Oilers, even though they're at minus 250, I don't think the juice is worth it, but you can put it with something else. So take minus 1.5 if you're really feeling it. So favorites, Wild, Oilers, and Islanders. No, Wild, Oilers, and Devils. That's who I'll go with. And Penguins. Penguins slide in there as well. And then Sabres and Panthers are my 2 favorite dogs. Avalanche Capitals game, I really want to take Capitals, but it is the Avalanche. And that's a pretty hot take to say that the Avalanche aren't very good, because the Avalanche are pretty good, and they're going to smack me across the mouth if I keep doubting them. I already know they will. So that's what I got for NHL. As far as over-unders, over-unders are tough right now. All I know is if the Flyers are playing, take the over. That still is, since it just came right from last season and continued this season. They've gone over in both their games. Maybe Sharks Canadians probably going over. Panthers Lightning is either going to be 2-1 or 8-4. And then Capitals Avalanche, you'd think it goes over, but the Capitals are a weird team in over-unders. The games that you think, is going to be close, they'll score 10 goals, and the games that you think is going to go over, like Lightning Capitals, end up being 2-1 in overtime. So it's a tough one. I'm still not very confident in any over-unders right now. Got to wait a little bit longer to start seeing where defenses are and offenses are before we start really throwing out over-unders. So I think if I have one today, it'll be Islanders Blackhawks overs, since it's down to 5.5, if you can get it to 5.5. And then the Devils team total over probably today too, because Seattle Kraken is going to have such tired legs, like the most tired legs. Other than that, that's it for NHL, which means that we do have NBA for the first time ever, which means that Sean, what you got?
All right, so we got 2 games tonight. First games of the NBA season. Let's go.
At
7:40 p.m., we have the Brooklyn Nets going to Milwaukee to play the Milwaukee Bucks, as you do. They're getting +1 against the Bucks, over 233. For this one, off the bat, I just like the Nets to cover. But both of these, it's taking spreads in the first game of the season is always scary.
Yeah.
I still like the Nets +1. I think the Nets should win this game. I think the Bucks might have a little champ hangover. No Bobby Portis. A couple other guys missing as well. No Rodney Hood as well. So some significant role players out.
Yeah.
I know Kyrie's out for the Nets as well, but problem is they still have KD and James Harden. So I like the Nets +1 here. I also like a couple player props in this one. I like the James Harden over 33.5 points and assists.
Okay.
He was averaging actually, here's the main thing. When Kyrie's out, James Harden averages almost 32 points, 31.8, and 11.6 assists. So that's 43 if you add them up. So that's 10 more than what he's getting. With Kyrie out, he takes over as the point guard completely. He dishes that ball around. He will get plenty of assists. You could take the James Harden
what's his
assists straight up. It's 8.5. So, but the problem is -220. That's why I didn't go with that. If you really want the juice, you can get the juice. But I think this one was -130. And that should slap. He's probably gonna have 33 points. So that might be my favorite bet on the night. Also, like Drew Holiday over 7.5 assists in this one.
Yeah.
He was always right around that mark through last season, but then if you go the last month and then the playoffs, I think the only time he didn't go over 7.5, he was hitting 7. Let me pull this back because it was actually crazy. He was just dishing that ball all over the place.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's weird. He's like, let's see. Yeah, this is crazy actually. The end of last season, he just started dishing ball.
Dishing ball. Hear that?
Yeah, throughout the playoffs, he has. Where did that streak started? Like right. It's like 8, 10, 7, 12, 9, 13, 9, 9, 7, 9, 7, 13, 11 were the last few games of the season there. Even up into the start of the playoffs. A lot of 15, 12, 10, 9. End of the season when he really started rolling and getting that ball straight. So I think you should continue that trend throughout the season. That's where they found a ton of their success. That's about what I like for this game. The Giannis stuff and the KD stuff is always gonna just be too high.
Yeah.
It's not even worth the touch. It might even hit like up to you. I was kind of thinking a Chris Middleton points, rebound, assists. Right now he's at 34.5 at plus 100, but a little too tight for me. But I think that could be decent. For the next game, Lakers, Warriors. Warriors going into LA, getting plus 3.5 on the road. Over set at 226.5. First off, I kind of like the over there.
Mm-hmm.
I also like the Lakers to cover. I don't think the Warriors, without Clay, I know Steph kind of changed everything for that team when he came back. But the Lakers also changed everything on their team.
Yeah, they did. They most certainly did.
I think 3.5 is not quite enough for me to want the Warriors. As much as I would be cool with the Warriors winning. So I like the Lakers minus 3.5. I like the over. And then my favorite prop in this one is the Draymond rebounds. It's over 6.5 right now. I think it's at plus 100.
Wow.
He just does that. He just gets boards, especially with Wiseman out. And that was the main reason.
Gotcha.
No Wiseman in, he should be grabbing a lot of boards. And then especially against who the Lakers, none of them. I don't think those Lakers guys are going to be chasing boards like that. I don't think they're even their big man. I don't know if AD is going to be fighting Draymond for those tight ones, I don't think he's going to be boxing out like crazy.
Well, hey, Russ has to get his triple-double somehow.
True, Russ might need to get his triple-double. I don't think he does. And the Lakers, I'm just so afraid to put anything on them. I think they win, but as far as what the players do, I really wanted to take Melo over points and assists. Because I like Melo, but I think that was the only reason.
Yeah.
It's tough, though, because, Steph's
Melo does love a hard
at
rebound.
over 32.5 points, and that over is at minus 130. You can't take any Steph props. The Russ props are scary because he looked pretty rough in the preseason.
Bars.
Hey. LeBron's at 24.5 points. I don't know. See, you don't know what LeBron you're getting yet. You don't know what Melo you're getting yet.
I was also thinking the same thing that Cam. I was thinking LeBron under as well.
Yeah, if you like
I didn't think it was going to be at 24.5. I thought it was going to be at 28.5, but
yeah, and
I
it's
think
at
even
minus 130 under 24.5.
Really? Wow.
People are not very high on that.
Yeah.
I think out of the Lakers, I just don't. I wouldn't recommend pulling a trigger on any Lakers player props until you see how the team goes together.
Yeah.
So that one I like the Lakers to cover still.
Yep.
However it works, I think they beat them. I just don't know how it'll work yet. And then the over in that, I think 220. What was it? What did I say? 226 in it. Yeah. That should blow up.
It should.
It should blow up.
It should. Just real quick, Isaac, where did you see that Larkin was questionable? I've checked 4 different sites now and I can't find it. I could just be wrong though. I just want to know because I do not have a very good site for NHL injuries. Just wondering. All right, keep going.
But yeah, and then the only other thing I like in that one's the Draymond rebounds.
Okay. What's your favorites? What's your favorites? Draymond rebounds?
Absolute. No, my favorite out of all of these is the James Harden over 33.5 points and assists.
Yeah.
It shouldn't even be close. He's that dude.
Yeah.
He's just that
odd
dude.
shark. Okay, thank you.
No, I think Kyrie being out will help his numbers. I don't think he'll have a problem even getting close to there. And then I really think the Lakers really should cover.
Yeah.
The Lakers really should cover.
They really should. With that team, they should pretty much cover just about anyone.
They should. It's just it's really hard betting against Steph Curry because sometimes he's just like, I'm a magical boy. And
Yeah.
hits like 18 3-pointers. And then you have to
I am intrigued to watch Russ on the Lakers.
Me too.
I have no expectations. I don't know if it's good, bad, ugly, pretty.
Because he's looked like all of those.
He's
things
looked
in his
like all
career.
of those things. I don't know if it's going to be good for the Lakers. I don't know if it's going to hurt the Lakers. I am just very excited to see what happens.
My thoughts on it basically are, if he stays in his lane,
Yep.
he won't personally have a statistically amazing season, but the team will do very well. If he russes around,
Yep.
as he does sometimes,
As he does.
we saw it last year. Seen it in the past. I think last year was probably the worst example of it. Maybe also on the whatever. A couple bad examples of it.
Yeah.
I think he could throw off that. I don't know. He has very, very, very talented players on the court around him. I think if he just settles into his role, they should be just fine. Also, I really wanted to take like a some sort of Jordan Poole one.
I have no idea.
See, that's
I
not,
don't know what to think about AD at this point.
I haven't seen enough AD to even like trade it back. That's at the.
If AD stays healthy, there is. I'm not gonna say no way the Lakers don't win it this year, but boy, I don't see if AD plays like majority of games this year and is healthy throughout all the playoffs. Like holy shit,
MVP.
look out for the Lakers
Yeah.
and also MVP because.
Could be.
But I don't remember the last time we saw fully healthy AD all season. Have we ever seen a fully healthy AD all season?
Counts.
Not one. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what to think about the guy. He's insanely good, extremely talented. Like obviously one of the best players in the NBA, but he has injury problems. AD over points tonight, in my opinion.
He's in 22.5, so minus 130.
Besides Bron, Russ will definitely be setting him up for lobs. It'll be interesting to see Russ and LeBron facilitate around. Two guys that are known for. Even though you could say what you want about Russ and not passing the ball a lot, he does. He's a pretty solid facilitator. He makes some crazy plays.
You don't average a triple.
Yeah, you don't average triple-double without
by
being a
not
pretty.
passing.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see those two. You think at one point like LeBron does a between the legs pass to Russ and Russ is like nah and does a between the legs pass back to LeBron. LeBron's like nah and does like this crazy one-handed behind the head like fingertip and Russ is like nah and does like the offhand like off the board to LeBron and he's like nah and then just lobs up to AD and he just slams it.
I think it would be LeBron goes quick between the legs to Russ, and then Russ goes nah, and then between the legs to LeBron, and LeBron goes the fuck.
Just sits there with the ball in his hand. He's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? Oh, okay. All right, Isaac. Thank you. I was gonna say I didn't see him pop up anywhere. Maybe a little shaken up. Pretty tough guy.
But yeah, I'm afraid of taking any Lakers player props.
Yeah. It is. That is a tough team
It's
to
tough
predict.
to take any first game. So I'll try. I feel like these are the most like out of guys that do things. James Harden will score points and pass the ball. He just will.
Yeah.
I love like.
Big fan.
Somehow he's underrated.
Yeah. I felt like I went from thinking he was so overrated to thinking he was so underrated so quickly.
I don't think he was ever man. He should have had at least one more MVP somewhere around there.
Well, I despised that man when he played for the Houston Rockets.
Yeah.
I did not like him at all, and therefore thought he was very overrated because I was like, dude, the guy shoots 38 times a game. Like, of course he's going to score points. And then all of a sudden he got to Brooklyn Nets, and I'm like, wow, this guy is really, really, really good.
He's really, really, really good.
I think when I saw him facilitate more, I was like, holy shit, he is.
And that's what we're going to be
He
seeing
is
tonight.
really impressive.
He has looked great when Kyrie has not been in the lineup. You could even take somehow he's averaged over 8 rebounds a game without Kyrie in.
Yeah.
James Harden's going in there getting boards.
I think we talked about it a lot last season, but just to reiterate this season, James Harden is the piece to that team. If James Harden is out, they like if KD's out, obviously huge blow to the Brooklyn Nets. But with the other two, I still think they can win quite a few games and everything. If Kyrie's out, I honestly am just like, you still got James Harden and KD. Like, it doesn't matter. If James Harden is out, that team crumbles. Not crumbles to, like, lose every game kind of crumbles.
You think?
I think James Harden is the key piece to that team.
Well, let's assume Kyrie's dead.
Yeah.
You think they would fare better with just Harden over just KD? And to be fair, the Rockets did fare better with just Harden than the Thunder did with just KD most of the time.
I truly do think so.
We don't really know much about just KD. Well, just KD in the playoffs last year did look pretty good, but he could not get that series close.
Pat Connaughton threes, just like the old days.
Oh,
his threes are.
I
forgot about it. I forgot about it. I forgot about Pat Connaughton threes. That was the greatest prop ever last year. I totally forgot about that one. But no, I truly do think that, which is so weird because KD can put up 50 points when Harden's not there. Like, he truly can. And he's done it. I still think Harden is a more key piece to that team. I do. He's a shooter, facilitator. Like, I don't know. I truly do think that if Harden goes down, the team is worse off than if KD goes down. Maybe a hot take. But if all three are healthy, holy hell.
Mm-hmm.
Holy hell.
And that's scary. Yeah. So James Harden scoring will happen. Drew Holiday passing will happen. And Draymond get boards will happen. Those are the three truths I know.
Yeah. And let's see what happens when Kyrie doesn't play half the games this year.
He's not playing any games this year.
None?
Yeah, they said if he can't, if you aren't.
Oh, that's right.
You're not a participant.
Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that part. Yeah, wow.
So we'll just see if he gets a vaccine or not, really.
Yeah. Adam Silver came out with something yesterday. I was just like, this is not a league problem. This is a Kyrie and the state of New York problem. He's like, I think that all players should be vaccinated, but he's like, that's his choice. And he's like, stop making this a bigger deal than it is. He's like, it's Kyrie in the state of New York. It's not Kyrie in the NBA. Like, stop it. He's like, yes, I want players to be vaccinated. Like, I think if we're having players and fans in the stands and everything, like, it's the responsible thing to do. But, like, it's his decision, his thing. I kind of liked it, though.
Bro.
I kind of liked it.
That is. Remember, if you're going to talk about it, just don't involve the NBA's name. Yeah. We didn't say anything. No matter how much we agree with it, wink, 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 we didn't say it officially, so don't bring my name into the dirt. Like, it's the state. Direct your complaints to the state of New York and all their great government officials.
He's got a point. Wasn't him who said it.
Wrong, but
wasn't him who said it.
It's not wrong, but it's just a big, like, please don't blame me.
Yeah. Well, hey, don't blame him. All right. Last sport of the day, baseball, playoff baseball. Braves take a commanding 2-0 lead over the Dodgers, even though they're not safe at all.
No.
Very much not
Very
safe.
scary.
Hang on, let me go. Didn't pull up the one thing I needed. Right. Pitching for the Braves today is Charlie Morton going against Walker Buehler. This is actually one of my more favorite matchups for the Braves, even though I've been on the Braves both games, and I didn't pull the trigger on both games because I'm terrified of the Dodgers. This is the one game, even though we're in LA now, which I know is a huge factor, this is the one game that I am more pumped about to be betting Braves than others. Walker Buehler does not impress me at all. I just don't think he's been a very solid pitcher all season. He's been sporadic all season. I don't trust him. Now, Charlie Morton, say what you want, but like look at this game log from Walker Buehler. Earned run log 1-3-0-5-3-2-6-0-2-0. Home run log 0-2-0-1-0-1-1-0-1-0. Does that sound like a guy you want starting in your first game at home down 2-0? No, it doesn't.
Not always.
Not always. Charlie Morton. Earned run log 2-2-0-0-3-2-3-2-1-4. He's given up one home run in his last 6 games. I know the Dodgers are going to light it up today at home. I know it's coming. Nice warm temperature, wind going straight out at 9 miles an hour, humidity around 50%. I'm still, just give me the Braves team total over. That's where I'm going to justify myself on this one. I believe it should be 3.5, very much plus money, considering the game total over is at 7.5, and they're getting plus 160. But I'm going to say I think that my money is going to be on the Braves to win this game. I really do think that they're a better team than people were giving them credit for coming in the playoffs. And even I was like, hey, they got something to prove to me. I don't know if they're going to be a great playoff team, but that series against Milwaukee showed me a lot and made me very, very confident in the Atlanta Braves moving forward.
Determination?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's all you need.
Yeah. Jock Peterson is the most incredible post-season player I have ever seen in my life. The man just keeps hitting dingers, keeps doing things that are unimaginable. Freddie Freeman sucks right now, and they're still winning games. Freddie Freeman he's gotten strikeout 10 times in a row now in this series. Not very good at all, but damn, the rest of the team is good. Yes. Atlanta Braves over 3.5 plus 125. Cam, that's what I've been thinking about a lot too, is if the Braves had Acuna Jr. on top of this, literally probably one of their best players, if not their best player, and how good they would be. And it is impressive that they're this good without him. But I think I'm going to take Braves team total over 3.5 and also sprinkle a little bit on their money line. I might even combine the two, see what I can get. Oh, Barstool won't let me. A bunch of posers. Anyways, I think I'm just on the Braves tonight. I'm just on the Braves. I also think the game total over could very much go over 7.5. I could see very easily a 4-4 game going into extra innings, considering every single one of these games has gone into extra innings so far. Or no, every single game has had a walk-off, in the bottom of the ninth. I think the Braves are really good.
Yeah.
And the Dodgers, and I've said it a couple times, Dodgers don't look like the Dodgers this year. Their pitching just isn't at the standard it normally is. Their batting just isn't at the standard there normally is. And they're making dumb mistakes. For one of the first times I've ever seen Dodgers make dumb mistakes in the postseason. Who was it? Corey Seager fucked up royally the other day. Someone else fucked up royally on their base running the other day. Got caught in a pickle. That might have actually been Corey. But just bad mistakes everywhere. And mistakes that you never see the Dodgers make, ever. So that's game one. That's at 5 o'clock, actually. That's nice. Nice little early baseball today. Good. Yeah. And then at 8 o'clock tonight, we have Houston Astros and Boston Red Sox. I don't know what to do with this series. I've been saying Astros every game, and I've been wrong 2 out of the 3. It's insane when one team has hit 3 grand freaking slams in 2 games. In a matter of about 9 innings, actually, they've hit 3 grand slams. I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me. Zach Greinke's on the mound. I don't think Greinke is that impressive a pitcher. I don't think Greinke's a very good pitcher at all. I would just say take the over in this game because it seems like every game's been going over, and now it's at 10. Jesus. They keep setting it higher and higher every game, and they still are going over and over. They just can't set it high enough. So now they're going with 10. They went from 8 to 8.5. Both of those went over. And then they started at 9.5. And there was 15 runs. And now they've gone up to 10. So I think it goes over, but I don't necessarily like laying a playoff game at 10 runs. Nick Pivetta is not great. Zach Greinke's not great. Could easily see this going over, but Red Sox first 5 over. I said no to someone yesterday on that, and boy, do I apologize for that one because there was a grand salami. And Jose Urquidy, even though his stats against the Boston Red Sox were very impressive, got absolutely shelled. Toasted, slammed, jammed, yammed on. I couldn't believe that man couldn't get out of the second. That was one of the weirdest and most impressive batting performances I've ever seen. Sorry, KX. Yeah, that's my bad on that one. I'm sorry. I told you to stay away from that one. Yeah, I'm sorry. And he listened. Unfortunately. I watched that game and I was like, Every single one, Jose couldn't throw a strike to save his life. And 2, if he did put one in the zone, the Boston Red Sox tagged it for a double every single time. And then, of course, the grand slam. So, yeah, I'm not going to say stay away from that one today because clearly I was wrong. And, yeah, maybe you should be taking Boston first 5. What is it at today? Is it still at 2.5?
It's overs at 10, so I'm sure it's.
Oh, God, it's got to be 3.5. 4.5? Shit, I don't know. Take the overs. I just say take the overs in this series completely. I don't know why you wouldn't. It's clearly been what's been going on.
It is 2.5 minus 120.
Really? Yeah, I'd be taking that. Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, take that. They just keep scoring runs. Everyone keeps scoring runs.
Astros are 2.5 plus 115 too. If you're worried about it swinging the wrong way.
I'd just be taking overs everywhere in this game. It's just crazy how many runs have been scored.
I mean, you can take just the first 5 game total, 5.5.
Yeah, if you just think both teams are gonna
Somebody's
open
gonna
it,
do
someone's gonna open it up. But yeah, I think these are the 2 pitchers that could definitely get shelled around because I don't trust either of these guys.
You guys stink.
Which is funny because I have a feeling this will be the game that no one scores or
Somehow
runs in
just
because the
doesn't
last
happen.
2 games
Yeah.
I've liked the pitchers, and this game I don't like the pitchers. So I'm sure it'll go the opposite way. I will say both teams do very well against these pitchers. Also, Braves do pretty well against Walker Buehler.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a home run prop on Jock Peter, or if you're taking a home run prop on the Braves and Jock Peterson's not involved, you need to reevaluate because the guy is incredible. He just keeps doing it. Dansby Swanson also is looking quite well. And I would not be taking anything Freddie Freeman right now. He just doesn't look good. They've got him this series. I hope they win and he can go into the World Series and just shell everyone. But my boy Freddie, my old reliable this season, is just not having a great series at all. But that's what we've got for baseball, for NBA, for hockey. We ended at exactly 12 o'clock. That's pretty damn impressive.
That's pretty sweet.
I got nothing else. Sean, you got anything else?
Nah.
No?
That's all I got.
Well, fellas, great day today. Looked like the viewership was up for a while there. That was a good day. Thanks for everyone tuning in. Thanks for all the comments. Isaac, I hope you figure out your color there. I don't know how I feel about the light purple today. Kind of like the red better. Moral of the stories today. What do we got? I don't think we got many morals today.
Moral of the story. Hey, everybody. Learn something new today. Do one nice thing today.
There you go.
Do one nice thing for yourself today.
There we go.
Hug somebody.
Oh, I like it. With that, fellas, we are out of here. Good luck tonight. Stay safe. Enjoy the first night of NBA. I hope someone hits a ridiculous player prop same game parlay tonight because I know there's going to be – I don't know if you can pick your color, Isaac.
I don't know how that happened. I don't know how you became purple.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But everyone, good luck tonight. I hope someone hits something massive because I know there will be people taking moonshots tonight, and I hope one of them hits. Other than that, good luck. Post those winning tickets if you do hit a moonshot because we love to see them. And if anyone has anything to say about it, they're just jealous.
Haters.
Looking for a big bounce back day for the fellas after we got a little bit crunched yesterday. So, but yeah, good luck tonight. Have some fun with first day of NBA. Have some fun with World Series playoffs. Have some fun with some NHL hockey. Big day for hockey today.
Hachi.
Go win some money. Good luck tonight. We'll see you tomorrow, fellas.
No, actually, I don't know. Wow. Yeah, I didn't have to that.
All
right.
Bye, fellas.
Bye, fellas.